Hey everybody, it is literally 24 hours. It is 11:59, right at noon. Exactly 24 hours after the phone call came in that the park had been bombed. And in a show of resiliency here, the work to fix the damage and to bring the park back for the people, more importantly for the animals, is already underway. You can see them up inside in the aviary. So let me explain it. Now that there's not so much damage, let me kind of explain the layout of what happened here. So the cab yesterday came in from this angle here. It impacted here at an angle coming down like this. When you take a look at the aviary here, I'll explain this to you. Cab came in, exploded in here, killed all of the animals that were outside here. When you see right here, this is your blast cone, your impact blast cone. So what the forward projection force of the blast happens is it went right through. You can see windows here, there's a window here. Right here you can see the door frame of another window, and then there's another window here. The blast went straight and directly through that particular window, and everything that you see up there is directed blast wave. You can see on the wall back here, you see blast up there. All of the birds that were in this forward section. So when you're up in the aviary and you're walking upstairs, you have a left side and right side winter aviary cage. All of the birds that were in this forward side where the impact sadly lost their lives. The Russians murdered them. The birds that were on the other side on the blast zone, the majority of them were killed. What happens inside of here is because you have a concrete chamber, the blast reverberates inside like an echo chamber, and all of that pressure wave kills. When you come here and you look in, you see these windows, you can see the darkness on the wall, and you can see right here a little bit of green. The walls in here are green. This is all blast burn that has been compressed through these windows. You can see the pressure wave has blown in the walls here, and it killed the majority of the birds in here. We will never know the number of animals that lost their lives here because the remains are never going to be fully recovered. What we do know 100% for certain is that sadly, everywhere you look here, feathers, 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 there are reminders of the fact that there were animals here. More feathers, more feathers, more feathers, more feathers, more feathers. Feathers everywhere. This is all, sadly, that is left of these poor living souls who were here when the impact came. This is what Russia does. This is who Russia is. And this is what Russia wants to do in this war, is to kill everything that they can and take away anything that they can from the Ukrainian people that happens to bring any type of happiness or pleasure, even as innocent as that is with animals. Now, you heard me refer to in my videos yesterday of tiger, tiger, tiger. We took a lion, we sedated the lion. The lioness was wounded in here. You can see inside her area right here, all the blackening on the wall. Again, that was all green. This structure's been completely collapsed down. The tigers are in here, the baby tigers. So when we didn't know what the status was, and you'll see it on the GoPro video, when I came in and I was talking to Yuri, and I kept asking him, are the tigers okay? Are the tigers okay? The baby tigers that were born 8 months ago lived in here. Dexter and I forget the other tiger's name, they live in here. This is their structure. This completely collapsed. And we had a concern that we had an unknown condition with the animals and we could not get to the tigers to see how they were. So there was a miscommunication when we arrived, thinking that we had wounded tigers, missing tigers, potentially loose tigers. And the concern was that due to the damage here with the enclosure, that we had to shore up with fencing and other items right here, because we were going to have to open the external enclosure and bring the lion out to sedate the lion. There was concern that we could potentially have a big cat loose in the park based off of all of this damage, and that was a concern. So for those of you who were kind of confused by the video yesterday and by me talking about tiger, we rescued and tended to and removed for continued medical treatment a lioness, not a tiger. The 2 tigers, the cubs that are 8 months old, are in here. They are now secured. They were able to get in and verify that the animals are okay. You can see that the gate here is open. Once we got stabilization, scene stabilization, they were able to go inside here and go and check on the tigers. There is blast damage from the parabolic arc that is inside their enclosure, but the zookeepers were able to get into the tiger enclosure and verify that the tigers were safe and they were okay. Again, the tigers are okay. They're in their winter enclosure in here. They're going to be moved. They're making room in order to take them to a heated area. There's 2 more lions on the other side of here in their winter enclosure. And once we're able to get some of this debris picked up and cleared, those 2 lions are then going to be moved to another location here on the park as well for the time being until repairs can be made. But they are currently safe in their winter enclosure inside here, which is reinforced. The sad part about this here are the birds. And as I walk along this path, you can see pheasants. You can see a couple of the pheasants walking. There's one right here. There's some turkeys that are right here. There were animals, and you've got all of these birds, all these fowl that were out here. From here over all the way down, every single animal that was out here sadly lost its life. I won't zoom in, but there are bodies of birds over here, at least a dozen of them, feathers everywhere, and we'll never know the true cost. This is Russia. This is a terrorist state. This is innocence at this location, and this is senseless. From Feldman Ecopark, for Global Animal Rescue and Response. Bye.